years ago, my very dear friend from India and colleague, Samita Nanjiani, called me on the phone and she said, Judy, I think you're meant to go to Ladakh. And I didn't really know where. In fact, I'd never heard of Ladakh. So I said to her, where is Ladakh? And she said, it's in northern India. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. And I had this dream last night that you're meant to be there. So I'd been through some upheavals in my life, as some of you would know, with the passing of my partner, Lee. And I needed a bit of time out. I needed to work out what this experience in my own life was all about and why this had come to me. It seemed ironical, you see, because I had this persona. I thought it was my persona. And I thought my persona was Judy the healer. And so when my partner, Lee, passed away of cancer, it was a bit of a blow to the ego aspect because I couldn't heal him. And I didn't understand why this would be so. So I felt I needed to go and search. But what I was really searching for, and in my connection and going to Ladakh, I rediscovered the goddess Tara, because I've been working with the goddess Tara for probably 15 to 20 years. But I rediscovered the goddess Tara in another aspect of her energy. And I'd known the goddess Tara to be green Tara, which is to do with healing, and white Tara to do with wisdom. But now I was to discover a new aspect or a new vibration of Tara, a golden Tara. So my original journey to Ladakh, it's actually 2 years ago, but I've been there 3 times, was about discovering what Tara might be saying to me about my own personal human Judy woman future. Last year, we took a group of people there. This year, we took 2 groups of people, 50 people there. And from the recordings and from the experiences that we all had and I had there, Richard, my son, put together this amazing program, Search for the Golden Tara, which is going to help everybody get there and access the most authentic, highest potential of the soul self and bring it into the physical human life, just like I've been able to do now, and many of the people that are walking with me are in the process of doing. Because what I want to say most about this is that it is a process. It doesn't just happen automatically overnight. So if you've been working with Search for the Golden Tara for the last 13 days, you have begun a process. Golden Tara has come to you and she's sown seeds within you. And these seeds are like the seeds of the beautiful flower that you are to become, to bring in the soul, to bring in all the beauty and the essence and the authenticity of your soul, but actually to bring that energy into your physical human existence as well. And as I said before, it's about living life in the human body with ease, with grace, with happiness, with abundance, and most of all, with love. So this is the journey. Those of you that have done the 13-day journey on the Ascension Library have had seeds sown within you, which have now been germinated, and they will, over time, blossom and bring forth the fruit. When you listen and re-listen to this program, the energy of the transmissions of the Golden Tara actually goes deeper. And so the seeds are nurtured. It's like the rain, the sunshine, the earth, all the energies that flowers and plants need to grow tall and healthy is the food or the nutrients of the energy that Tara is bringing to all of us. So who is Tara? Tara is a Buddhist goddess, Tara, and her name actually means star. She's a bodhisattva, which means she did have human lives, and she's come back now to help us, all sentient beings, all human beings on earth, to live the life of joy, to live the life of true, authentic happiness and bliss that really is our birthright. And it's what we should be doing in our human bodies on earth. So Tara is our guide. Tara, in her golden energy, is about guiding us like holding a beautiful golden light above her head and guiding us into this most beautiful expression of ourselves. So she's come to teach us. She's come to guide us. She's come to open us. She's come to in her green Tara and her white Tara aspects to clear us of the blocks of the karmic energy distortion that we hold within our being and that really affects who we think we are, how other people perceive us, and how we actually put our energy out into the world. So Tara is the star for us, the guiding star, the one who is leading us forward. And to begin now, I want to bring you all a prayer from the Golden Tara as she transmits this prayer to us all now, to shine the light upon our way. And to receive this energy, just open your heart, maybe place your hands palm up, and just receive. Beloved ones of light, when you look up into the black sky in the evening and you see all the stars, please understand that these stars are as your home. And so although you are living this current lifetime on this planet, which is called Earth, you are also of the stars. And from the stars and for your lifetimes in other places and other dimensions, you bring much wisdom. It is that wisdom, it is the authentic essence of your true soul that is the reason I have come to you. Because it is very important now that you stand in the light of the star, the essence, the truth that you are. And as you are opened unto this truth, this authenticity, and the true essence of yourself, so you will feel me walking beside you more and more and more. Love is the key in the way. Love is the essence. Love is the energy. And so to begin today, I want you to tune in to the love, the energy of the essence of the love within your heart. Just be love, be peace, be light. And allow this light that is truly within you to shine forth. Mukolaki kazashnakova. Leki sati samadokolakazanabitiki. Leko sish da kazana kozisia. Emelakazadabedogolastadabedishtanakoya. Ilakisia. Laki sata kazadabedokodasamadokolekia. Melaki sataka. Eka laki kazata satakozatiki. Mokola satakoya. Eki satiki kazala kozidishti. Aka. 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 You just allow yourself to just be, because the key to life itself, the key to actually expressing our true potential on this planet and in our human lives is, as Tara tells me, as Yeshua, Jesus has told me, as I receive from Source and all that is, it's all about being. It's about being. Because in that beingness, we touch into that incredible infinite source of creation. We could call that source of creation God. We could call it the divine creative flow. We could call it the energy of the universe. But really, it is about being. It is about all that is and the potential of all that is being created within the void, which is no thing. So one way that we can move into more of a state of being is to go to day 5 of Search for the Golden Tara, where we were in beautiful Nubra Valley, surrounded by tall sunflowers and absolute beauty of the garden, by the animals, by the birds, even by the donkeys. And practice that little technique where you send a beam of golden light from your heart to the tree or the flower, and you ask nature for support and for guidance and to help you step into a place of being. You know, we're all very busy in our day, and It's sometimes really hard when we're running around busy to actually take the time to be. But it really only requires about 3 to 5 minutes a day to detach from the mental mind and the thoughts that are out there and just go within the heart. So just do this now, just for 1 minute. Shut your eyes. And go within your heart. Your heart is like the voice of your heart, the voice of truth within your heart. If you put your left hand onto your solar plexus, just below the diaphragm, you're connecting into the core essence of yourself, your soul self. So connect with intention, and you can say the words, with the power of God that I am. I connect to the voice of my heart, which is your heart's truth. And tuning into your left hand, just below the diaphragm, with the power of God that I am, I connect to my soul's truth, the eternal essence of my being. And so it is. And so it is. And so it is. So let me talk a little bit now about this search for the Golden Tara journey, the journey that some of you have been on. It's in the Ascension Library, and it's really been very special for me, actually, to actually see it and actually be on the receiving end of the energy. Because when I'm transmitting the energy, I don't really feel it the same. But I certainly felt it during this last 13 days. And like some of the people on the journey, I was a bit knocked around physically and emotionally as well, because this is like a crash course in letting go of the old to prepare to bring in the new. So the first part of the journey is about letting go of the old. It's about learning to be. The middle part of the journey, when you go to Tixay Monastery, is about beginning to receive from the Golden Tara the energy and the essence of change, which is like sowing the seeds, planting the seeds, which will then germinate. And they're not instant. You won't get it all in 13 days. It might take 3 months. It might take 6 months, 9 months, even 13 months, even 3 years, as it's taken for me. But this is a process of change. And each time you listen to this course, each time you listen to these energy recordings and go through the 13 days of the search for the Golden Tara, the energy will go deeper. And this plant, this beautiful, beautiful rose, we call it a rose, it's been germinated, and the seeds that have been planted within you will begin to develop, begin to bring down stronger shoots, will begin to open into the little bud, and finally into the beautiful rose that you will find yourself to be. During this process, much will change in your life, but it will be automatic. It won't really be anything that you have to do. However, we'll talk a little bit later about moving forward and what you do from here. The first thing I want you to do is to know that you can repeat this journey as many times as you want. I suggest 3 times at least, because 3 is a very important number of creation, just like the pyramid. So when you listen to do the 13 days of this journey 3 times, you're actually creating a strong, stable foundation for the new and for the transformation that will occur for you. You can also do it by listening to each track for 3 days. And this is another really good way to do it, so that each part of the journey is firmly consolidated and grounded before you move on. And even in 6 months' time, if you go back to the journey in the new year, say in January, the energy will go deeper. The transformations will quicken, they will get stronger, and you'll really notice the changes. It will become exponential. It's a bit like a car when we start to drive our car, and this is like an upgraded version of our car, both our physical car but also our spirit car. The car, we have to sort of gradually accelerate, but then it's easy. With our foot on the accelerator, we just glide. So it's really important to gradually accelerate this car, this new being that you are merging into and becoming. Okay. So I want to maybe just talk a little bit about, I think some of the questions that people have sent in, I think would be good. So I'm just talking about going through the process now. So it's pretty clear that you can really use it however you feel to use it. The 13-day tour that we had on Ladakh was 13 days because that was the time that we had available for a tour. So we're going to be really listening with our own, we need to listen to our own intuition and be guided by the voice of our heart as to what is right for us in listening to the journey. Okay? During this journey, for the first 3 days, you may start to feel after about day 2 or day 3 that you're getting some emotional release. Particularly, I would say around day 5 or day 6, that you might get strong emotional release or you might not feel physically very good. This is because the energy that Golden Tara is bringing through is bringing up and clearing and sifting out all the discordant energy that is blocking you at this time from living your human life with more ease and grace, happiness, abundance, and joy. So we first have to access the discordancy and then pull it out, like pulling out the black weeds or the dark weeds, if you like, from a garden. And then we can move into the next phase, which is about sowing the new seeds of change. And when we get to Tixang Monastery, which is day 7, that's actually bringing through the new seeds of change. And then when we get to Pangon Lake, that's bringing through very powerful energies from Amenti, which is this place within in the inner earth, which is to do with new creation for us, and from the stars, from the heart of the 22 galaxy multi-galactic diamond. Some people get a bit confused about what this is, but really, if we understand a concept of God or a divine creative force within this universe, within this galaxy, and within many galaxies, there is a creative energy. God really, to my mind, likes to be known as I am. I am that I am. I am that I am. And to remind us that we all are an aspect of God or I am, or the divine creator within our own being. Part of our journey with the Golden Tara is to remind us of this fact and help us to step into the more authentic, glowing light that we really, truly are and have the energy to be. During the process, you may find that as you get to the end of the course, as one person sent me a message about this, that she felt wonderful. She felt such an amazing lift in her energy on day 13. She felt absolutely blissful, but she was getting really aggressive and angry responsive from people around her. I've also noticed this. I found it quite astounding, really, because I felt when I was in Europe that I was being really polite and really nice, and yet I was getting a lot of backlash from people, and that was a bit challenging, really. But it wasn't me. So when you are shining more light, that automatically tends to trigger other people's stuff. So don't be concerned. It will go away. It's short term. But as you are going through these changes, this is one of the things that can happen. So really it's about love. It's about reaching out to those people with love and just being that love and not buying into whatever's going on for them, because as we all know, the emotions that surface within us are our problem. They're our issue. They're part of us. They're nothing to do with another person. So if we have emotions that surface for us, this is our thing to deal with. This is our issue. So I also had people say to me that when Bianca said that when she looked at the stars seemed to move in the sky, almost that they were switching on and off and blinking. And it's funny you say that, Bianca, because I've actually noticed the same thing. And I thought my eyes were playing tricks on me, and I thought there was some aeroplane up there that I hadn't noticed. But now you say it, I'm going to see what Tara says. This is what she says. We want you all to understand that we are here with you from beyond the beyond. Beyond the beyond is really the totality of the source of the God energy or the God matrix within this 22 galaxy configuration of galaxies that are joined together. Like they're joined together in a tonal harmony. They're joined together in an energy harmony. And from the heart center of this 22 galaxy multi-galactic timing is a very powerful creative force. So when we look at the stars, we are connecting with that very powerful creative force. And our perception, what they're saying to me right now is we can, even though we're in our physical body, we can almost merge into other multidimensional aspects of ourselves. You will probably discover that you are doing this more readily now. People might say it to you, or you might just notice that things are changing around you in ways that you can't really describe in human terms, but it is as real as what you're seeing through your human naked eye. Then we've had messages from this lovely lady who wanted to know about the Rose of Sharon. So you'll hear me speaking about the Rose of Sharon in the 21 praises or the 21 blessings of the Golden Tara. And this is on actually day 12. So this is a beautiful audio recording that I actually made in Hyderabad about 3 years ago. And the person playing the flute is none other than Brahmarshi Patriji, who is the head of Pyramid Meditation in India. He's an excellent musician as well. So we were just jamming around and experimenting, actually. And then I got the nod from the Golden Tara, and she said to me, I want to record 21 blessings. And the 21 blessings are this audio track that you can actually download on day 12 of Search for the Golden Tara. It's also available in my online store as well. But towards the end, I talk about the Rose of Sharon. And this is coming really from the Song of Songs or the Song of Solomon. And the beloved, the speaker in this case, the beloved, is talking about the Rose of Sharon. And when I got this from the Golden Tara, I was a little bit surprised, seeing as Tara is a Buddhist goddess and not connected to the Song of Songs or the Book of Solomon. However, all these beings, all these ascended masters, all these divine beings who have walked the earth and walked through teachings which are so-called religious, come from the same source. They're not different. They all come from the source of all, which is I am, God, the divine creator of all of us and all of these 22 galaxies. So we can't really talk about beings or ascended masters or angels because they are all part of an all. They're all part of a oneness. They're all part of a unity, as we are part of that unity. So the Rose of Sharon is an actual plant. It looks a bit like a hibiscus. But those words, the Rose of Sharon, to become as the Rose of Sharon in the 21 blessings from Tara, is about becoming the rose of ourselves, which, if you take the Search for the Golden Tara, was about sowing the seeds of the true authenticity of the soul and bringing this beautiful plant, this beautiful rose of who we truly are into being. And remember, I said it doesn't happen in 13 days. Might happen in 13 months, might take 13 years, it might take 13 lifetimes, but you are well on the way. And I feel that for myself, I feel that I'm at the cusp. I feel that the flowers or the plant that I have has been growing inside of me is almost at the stage of the bud bursting forth. I hope it does. I'm looking forward to it. And I feel that it is. And just yesterday, I found this feather. See this beautiful feather? And this feather was found by my friend Lorna inside the room that we had just entered on the floor. There's no way this feather, message from the angels, could have got there. And here is this beautiful feather that was lying there. Lorna handed it to me and said, "This is for you. So now I give you this feather. This feather is for all of you." And see, it's not black, it's not white, it's sort of grey. And it's a bit like all of us. As we are lightening, as we are brightening, we are becoming white feathers. But we have to lose some of that grey. We're getting there. So the journey to Ladakh really was incredible. I want to acknowledge here my dear friend and colleague Samita Nanjiani from India, from Mumbai, who walked with me, who helped me to organise this journey and contributed really substantially. And she played the singing bowls, and you'll hear her on Search for the Golden Tara. You'll see her in the pictures as well. So Samita, if you're listening today, blessings and love to you. What can I say now? I think we'll go back to the questions. I got a question from a lovely lady who talked about loneliness. She talked about feeling different to others all her life. She talked about feeling that she had a purpose, but at times not really feeling part of the human race. Well, I totally understand that, and because I feel the same. You know, at times I feel really lonely. I think the important thing that we all need to acknowledge is that we are all connected. And as we join on this kind of live webinar today, and I see all your beautiful messages come in and all the beautiful hearts, I know that I am loved and supported in this work. And that means an awful lot to me, because sometimes just doing it and speaking to the ethers can feel very lonely. You know, years ago, about 20 years ago, I had a reading from Spirit, and Spirit came to me and said, "It's a lonely road. We want to tell you it's a lonely road, but we also want to tell you that we are with you." So when you listen to the blessings from the Golden Tara, which is on day 12, and go through this course, I know that you will feel the Golden Tara with you too, because if you're feeling a bit off, if you're feeling a bit unwell, if you're feeling, "I really had enough, I feel incredibly lonely," listen to the blessings from the Golden Tara and you'll feel wonderful again. I can really assure you of that. It's really important. So the other thing I think that's really important is through the Ascension Library, I'd really like to develop more of a unity community portal, because I know from the WhatsApp groups that we've set up after the Search for the Golden Tara tours in Ladakh, that the connection that people have with friends from all over the world now is very important for everybody. There's so many people who feel like we do, so many people. And I think it's really important to acknowledge that now, but also to join together in a community where we help and support and uplift each other. And then we don't feel lonely. I think what can be lacking for many people on the spiritual path, particularly if you're living in a place on the planet where there are not many people like you, is this feeling that you don't have a community. So part of my mission for all of us now is to create a community, a safe community, where we all feel loved and accepted and that our needs are met and that we feel that we have a friend. So you all have a friend in me, and you all have friends in each other. And we'll develop this in time as I add to the library, because it's really only just started. It's only been going for 3 months, and all of that 3 months I've been travelling very intensively, so I haven't been able to do a lot of work on it. But it's a beginning. And I really want to acknowledge Rich my son, who set it all up because he's a digital producer, and without him, you wouldn't be viewing me right now, because I honestly am pretty useless at all this technology, and this is the first ever Face to Judy live event that I've ever done, and I hope I'm not waffling too much, which I probably am. So let's look at some of the questions again. What have we got here? We've got, what will happen to other souls who are still living, and what will happen to them when the earth has fully integrated into becoming Tara again? So I'm going to hand this one over to Goddess Tara to answer now. It's really about, there's not many of us on this path here today. Maybe I think there will be more in the future. Many more in the future. Because it's a remembering first, and then it's an awakening and an awareness. But we're not alone. We're the pioneers. We're the front runners. We're the birds that are flying out in the front. And we just have to keep flying, really, and have to keep walking this path. Okay? So let's walk this path together and support each other, and don't doubt ever what we're receiving and what we're getting, because there's too many people feeling the same things and receiving the same messages. So here's what Tara says about this. She's saying to us that the next 10 to 15 years are very pivotal and critical years for planet Earth. When she says critical, she doesn't mean that the Earth is going to have anything terrible happen to it. She's really saying that the reason for our being on Earth has to come to the fore now. And this is truly what Search for the Golden Tara, this program, is all about. It's about helping all of us move into the authentic truth, to step into our destiny. And you'll see this if you've done the program. Stepping into destiny. Destiny is what we have actually come to do, what we put our hand up on a soul level, probably a very long time ago, and said, I'm going to incarnate on the earth to be here for this very special time when the earth is being upgraded now to the energy that it once had in the time of Tara, when it was fifth dimensional, but also to be here to upgrade this God species that was created, divinely created, with the contribution from star beings within this galaxy and the Elohim, the God creators within this galaxy, and seeded on the earth. And I talk all about that in Sunshine Before the Dawn, my book Sunshine Before the Dawn, which telepathically just got downloaded to me in my head, which was quite a surprise because I had no knowledge of this knowledge before I wrote it and before it was imprinted step by step, paragraph by paragraph. So I know all of you out here have questions. The most important thing for all of you to realize is that the path is unfolding like a golden road of destiny. It's perfect the way it is. What we have to do most is connect with nature and just be. You see, there's love and there's fear. I'll just move my body. Fear is the antithesis of love. There was a question that came in from Anil, and Anil's question or statement was really about, Judy, I have a lot of love for you, but I also doubt you. So the love is the pure essence of truth. When we connect to love, we are connecting to the pure essence of truth. When we are connecting to doubt, it can be a very reasonable warning for us, or it can be like a little signpost of fear. If we doubt and we feel afraid and we feel really uncomfortable in our being, we actually are moving away from our true God essence, which is our love, our trust, our faith. This is normal for everybody right now, me included, because we've got like 1 foot, we've got 1 foot in the multigalactic world, And we've got one foot here on the earth. We are earth beings. We're living earthly lives. But we're being asked to move our consciousness into a much more expanded understanding of who we truly are, like our soul truth, and bring that soul truth into the human vessel, into the human life. And that has its challenges. So what you can do if you start to feel doubt or fear or anxiety or resistance of any kind, put your hand on your heart, close your eyes, and speak these words. With the power of God that I am love. With the power of God that I am trust. With the power of God that I am faith. This is about balancing the slate, really. So these I am decrees are bringing us literally back into our God-being state, because we are speaking the words of our creation, because we are creators, created in the image of God, the divine creator, or the I am presence. And we're really fine. And we are part of this oneness of all. And we have the capacity to go way beyond where we are right now. You see, I honestly feel that this acceleration, this expansion of energy on Earth is only really beginning to accelerate and expand. I know I've said this probably for a few years now, but I don't really know what's coming. I'm only walking a few steps ahead of all of you. So as I walk forward in trust and faith, I get told new things and I am able to bring in new energy. So we just have to trust the process, link together, really literally hold hands together, contribute and co-create together, because all of you have wonderful gifts and skills and abilities. It's not just about me. We all have things that we have come to the earth to do and to be and to create. Now, Golden Tara wants me to stop talking a little bit and let her come through and bring through some energy. And this is about creating. This is about creating with the energy and the essence of the God creator that you are. So just open yourself to receive, because we're working here on a DNA level. We're working here with what your destiny plan is, with what your I am script is, if you like, what your soul contract is, what you're here to do. And Golden Tara is, search for the Golden Tara is planting seeds. Golden Tara now is helping to plant seeds also, but also germinate the seeds that have been planted and nurture and nourish the seeds that have been planted and that will spring forth. Because it's all about strength. It's all about this plant that we are being firmly rooted in the soil. So just receive. Kokalisej nasan melakode sadabarkuya. Alakat sadabalagolasta sulia. Lebesil galabadagolik sadabadakia zachyanamara. Left sadabalagolabadagolabadsi. Akalakalakalakalakalakalabadak Akalakalakalasadabadagisia. Akalakalakalasadadashta. Akalakalakasete sakasisi. Akalaki. 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 Akalakalabadagolishisi sadabadaka. Akasatakasadabadakolakasadakodadaki. Aka. 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 Just take a deep breath. I just want to say to all of you now, we're all on different stages of this journey. Some of us are ahead of the others. Some of us are behind, and that's not a judgment. That's just where we are at this time. Understand that we've all been affected by past life trauma, whether it's on the earth or in some other place, all of us, because we're very old souls, all of us. And so we've had a lot of go-rounds. So of course, we have taken into ourselves, into that purity of our soul's essence, trauma energy. And the way you can deal with this is by, if you're using Search for the Golden Tara and the energy releases that you have, whether they're emotional or physical, get a little bit overwhelming for you, just take a few days off and then start again. As I said before, the tour was 13 days, but how you use the program is entirely over to you. It's just that the more you listen, and if you do these energy transmissions 3 times, they go deeper. So if you need to take a step back, rest for a while, and then begin again. Just keep on the journey. That's the important thing. There's also a program in the library called Healing the Pain. And healing the pain is really good if you have a human or soul history of being persecuted or dominated or controlled or projected at by others. So you might want to do the course Search for the Golden Tara once and then work with that program. It's a 13-day, 14-day program as well. Just enjoy. And go at your own pace and know that whatever pace you're going at is perfect and right for you. And this is not a race. It's not a race. You can just truly take it easy and be compassionate and kind to yourself. I think that's one of the most important things is loving compassion of self. Because when we're loving and compassionate of self, then we can also be loving and compassionate of others. So let's bring some energy through now to do with love and compassion for self. Niki kalaki salaka. Akazedishtan meta kotsi kazabetakuya. Ilaki sadakazabetakazdenokuya. Ikalaka zidi sadabetagodabatikuzabatikisadabetiki. Akalakalakalabatikalabatiksabdakali. Akalakalakalabati sadabati, the batagalulabati. Akalakalakalabatiksadakalabatiksajidisi. Akalakalakalabatikalabatikalabatisadakadabatiki. Akalakalakalabatisadakadabatiki. Azitaki. Sorry. I think also what's happening now too is that the energy that's coming through from this heart center of the 22 galaxies beyond the beyond is actually going deeper. And so the karmic clearing is also going deeper. And so the energy that may have been transmitted a few years ago out of my mouth may not touch the deep-seated cellular trauma that still may be there for some of us. The transmissions for Search for the Golden Tara program will touch deeper, but if you have any particular patterns of trauma that you feel are blocking you, it would be really good to put them in day 13 of Search for the Golden Tara so that I can maybe make a karmic clearing track related to these very ancient traumas that are still blocking our becoming, that are blocking our being, that are blocking our blossoming into this beautiful flower that we truly are. So go to day 13 in the next few days, write down your particular karmic trauma that you feel is still blocking you. I only need a sentence. I need what the energy of emotion is, what the energy of physical pain is. That's all I really need. And then once I am back in New Zealand, because I'm in Canada right now, I can make a recording for all of you. Okay? So I think that would be really helpful. Because I do admit that sometimes, because we're all unique and there's thousands of people with all their unique karmic clearing traumas of past life, it's very difficult to hit it all with one little soundtrack. Yeah, we'll do our best. Okay? Now, moving forward, let's have some clarity about moving forward. I'll just drink some water. So if you have been doing Search for the Golden Tara for this last 13 days, this is day 13, you might like to have a rest for a week or so and then go back and do it again. You can either do it 3 times, like 3 lots of 13 days, or you could do it more because each time it goes deeper. Or you could listen to each day 3 times over 3 consecutive days. And that's really helpful too, because during those 3 days, rather than just sketchily playing it and going off to work, you can actually really tune in to what each day is really about, because Golden Tara really wants to bring forward some very interesting truths in the messages. Everything that's written there in the 13 days in the type on the Ascension Library in that program is what Golden Tara dictated to me. So when you actually really read these messages and keep a notebook, a diary, and really focus into what this message might mean for you, you're going to get a lot more from the program than just the energy of the transmissions, sowing new seeds within you and clearing the old so that you can sow the new seeds. So this is a very multifaceted program. So the more you really delve into it and focus on it, the better. Okay? Then after you've done the program, or over the next probably 3, 6, 9 months, because this is like a gestation period that we're all going through, you're going to get there quicker if you use the program more and if you actually actively work on yourself. What you can actually do is you can also begin using some tools that Tara has taught me personally to move on my own path, because I'm no different to you. I wish I had it all together and I wish I knew it all, but I don't. And so I also have my human ups and downs, and I also get big downloads of energy going through my physical body before I step into new ways of being, before I begin to access a new truth, before I write a new book or something, before I do a live event like this. I'm getting big downloads of energy which are about clearing the deepest dregs of the soul trauma within me, and believe me, it comes up. Or it's about allowing me to access more energy, so that I have noticed in the last 3 months the energy words that are coming out of my mouth are changing. They are altering, they are being upgraded for something that is to come in 2019, and most particularly I feel in 2020. 2020, I think, is a very, very important year for all of us. So what we need to do right now is get ourselves up to speed, basically. And this is why the Ascension Library has been set up, so that you can use this library of many audios, not just Search for the Golden Tara, to work on the aspects of self that need to be sifted through and transformed within you. And we're all different. So I feel that what has helped me most in the last 3 months since I went to Ladakh on my own process has been stream of consciousness writing. I would say that would be number 1. And how you do this is you just put your hands, you get a notebook, you put your hands on your heart chakra, or you could put your right hand on your heart and your left hand on your soul. And you just shut your eyes. Now understand that when we went to Starknet Monastery, which I think was on day 3 of Search for the Golden Tara, the energy that came through there was about linking you permanently with the Tara energy and linking you permanently with the Golden Tara energy. So all you do is go into this nice, quiet, loving space within the heart and within the soul. And you just say, with the power of God that I am, I call to Golden Tara to be with me now. And then there may be a special question that you want to ask about your life. You might have written this on the top of your page in your book before you started. So it might be, beloved Golden Tara, where would be the right place for me to live on the planet? Which is actually one of my questions, because I don't know where to live, and I'm fortunate I could live anywhere. So, Golden Tara, where would be the right place for me to live on the planet? Now, you're not forcing an answer, you're actually asking Golden Tara, and you're having faith and trust that she will deliver the answer. It might not be today, but she will deliver the answer. But what you can do is you can then sit with your mind like a blank screen, like a TV screen that's turned off. And then you just feel maybe a little prompting to write something. It won't be coming from your head. Switch off the head. It will be coming from the heart. So then you open your eyes, you pick up your pen, and you write something. You just write what comes into your head, like stream of consciousness writing. Now you can do this and ask the same question, the question of your heart, the question that's burning away inside you, every day for 21 days, because 21 is a very powerful number of creation, 3 times 7. Without even reading what you write each day, just set it aside. Get into your being space, because it's all about being. The only thing you need to really do is pick up your pencil. Okay? Let Golden Tara do the work here. This is why this feather that I showed you, this massive, big feather, it's a massive bird that got into that confined space and left its feather in a locked space. Isn't it? Just arrived. That feather is like Golden Tara saying to me, for goodness sake, just trust the process. Trust that I'm with you. Trust that even though you don't know where you're supposed to be living right now, you will when the time is right, and that you are in a process of change. So I'll say that to all of us. We are all, when we start the search for the Golden Tara journey, we enter into a process of change with an emphasis on process. And during that process, we may not know what's going on. We may not know why we feel as we do. We may end up in really unusual places. I thought I was supposed to go to USA, to New York right now, but I didn't get there. I've ended up on this beautiful island off Vancouver in this beautiful house that was gifted to me to stay in. Not my home, because I don't have one right now, but Spirit sets me down in the most beautiful places. And you can't possibly not trust when this occurs, really, can you? Really, you can't. So I just trust. I'm trusting, and I'm walking the path, and I'm walking with the Golden Tara. And as of tomorrow, I'm starting another 13-day stint with Tara, because I need to listen to the energy too, because Golden Tara helps me as well. And then after 13 days, I'll report back what Tara has brought me during these 13 days. So you all might like to start this 13-day Golden Tara challenge, or it could be a month Golden Tara challenge, really, if you want to space it out over 3 days for each day. That's absolutely fine. Just enjoy the process. Don't be amazed and dismayed if you don't feel that good for a day or two. Listen to In Praise or the gifts from the Golden Tara for 21. It's on day 12. You can go to it from day 1 if you want to. And just enjoy. Okay? So now, where are we now? Oh, yes. I just want to tell you about another couple of things that you can do, things that have really helped me get clarity and move forward on my path more strongly. The second thing that I have really refocused on in the past week since I've been here is understanding that I, as a child of God, and we're all children of God, we're all one with God, can connect with that God presence, that divine creative force. And this is not about religion. It's about the true source of the divine creative energy, which I have now been told, and I'll speak to you, and you need to go into your own heart to get the truth here. I don't want to tell any of you anything. It's about what you feel intuitively inside of yourself. But my truth and what I feel is true, is that we are expanding now on this planet inside our human selves into a a much more expanded and amplified connection to source energy, which is God energy, which is the divine creative energy of the universe and of these 22 galaxies that are configured together in this incredible diamond matrix. And the way to access this divine energy is to speak the words of divine access, which are I am. Because this divine energy is nothing, and yet it is everything. And when we say, I am that I am, I am that I am, I am that I am, we connect directly to the source of all, and we connect directly to the source of all within us. So what I have been doing is that I've been writing down the things, the qualities, the energy, the essence that I want to truly bring more of into my life and truly anchor into my being now. I've done a lot of karmic clearing. Well, for 20 years I've done karmic clearing. You sort of wonder whether it goes on and on and on and whether it never ends, don't you? However, what we need to understand is that even though when a lot of energy when energy comes into us, we might feel a bit shaky for a couple of days. When we go to the I am presence inside of us and link with the I am presence in the heart of the 22, we immediately feel soothed and peaceful and at one with ourselves and at one with the divine creator. So let's just practice this. Put your right hand on your heart chakra, your left hand on your connection to your soul, just below the diaphragm here. And just say, I am that I am. With the power of God that I am grace.
Lemerasia, Melacolasata, Shishtan, Korea. Akalakazia, the Bedakazan, the Melagasa, Medasia.
And then you might like to bring in some other quality or amplify another quality. How about love? With the power of God that I am love. Mushli Kasala Kazadajan Medaka. Akasita Sila Kazadakazabadakula Setati. And the Kalabadisola Badakalubadak Sun the Badaki. And the class Satati. Akalas Setati, Malakolata Badakabadaki. Aka. Now, if you're not saying this along with me, begin to say it along with me, okay? With the power of God that I am, I radiate beauty and light and all that is. With the power of God that I am, say it along with me, I radiate beauty and light and all that is. Kisida Sadabadagola Kanabidakaz and the Medaki. Alaya Kadabadagolos Sadabadakaz and the Medaki. Akatapatagulu Sad Satacolasisia. Amatazi DC de Colacadabadakaz in Yakia. Akatapatagolabadaki. Aka. Now we'll work with abundance. Divine substance. There is more than enough divine substance to go around. We don't need to be in scarcity consciousness or lack. We need to know that we are abundant and act as if we're abundant. With the power of God that I am abundance. I am abundant. Abundance flows to me in my life. All my needs are met. All my needs are met. All my needs are met.
Mola kisa de sanamada kasanamada. Alcoca kisa di sinamada kasanamadukoya. Alla casa da cadavidic sadakadabidiki. Lekalas the yasamada. Lekalas and madasta the dama loxia. And Melassa da the son of a key. Alla casa de cadavidiculo si. And now I'm going to stand up and I'm going to tip the screen a little bit so that you still see me. Because there's something special, a special question that I received from Larissa, actually. And I want to read you Larissa's special question, then I want Golden Tara to answer it. Okay, so I'm going to stand up. I tip the screen. Now, and I'm going to drink some water here. So I suggest all of you drink some water. And if you have to race away to the kitchen, just drink it after the program, which will be over very soon. This is Larissa's question. Will our specific purpose, what we have come to do, become automatically known to us at the right time? Or do we need to actively search for it? So this is like Golden Tara saying to us the answer now. I'll just repeat the question. Will our specific purpose, what we have come to do, because search for the Golden Tara is about helping us access our authentic truth and do what we have come to do. So Larissa is saying, will our specific purpose, what we have come to do, become automatically known to us at the right time, which is like stepping into destiny? Or do we need to actively search for it? Hand this over to Tara. Moko kalaseshtaka. Ila kesela badaka labadiki sanabadaka. Ila tisa dabadiku zadabadiki. Alazinidi. Alazidi madastia. Alazidi madastia nabalaxia. Alazidi badakalasitisia matoshtaki. Alakasin badakalabatakalasidi. Akatakatakatate setakasia. Alakazin yakiakia. So this is what she says. The keys to destiny, which is what your soul has come to do, have been seeded within you. This is part of the purpose and the plan. When you search for the Golden Tara, you are searching for the truth of your being. But the search is over. You have found, I am with you. I am the Golden Tara, and I am here. And so you have found. And as you have found and understood the energy that I transmit to you now, and so you feel this essence of the energy, of the truth and the way, you will also understand and know that the plant or the tree or the flower that has been seeded within you, which is your destiny plan, what you're here to do, will come forth, will blossom, and will bear fruit. The only thing to do is to be love, to be trust, to be faith, and to speak these words in daily communion with me. For you are not alone. I am with you. I am here. And as Amanda has just texted into me, we all bring in pieces of the jigsaw, and it is absolutely so true. We all bring in pieces of the jigsaw, and we all have a role to play. And so my role, if you like, is to bring through the energy of Tara to activate you to step into your role so that you can play your part in this incredible transformation that we call Ascension. It's the Ascension plan. We're all in this together. We all came to the earth together a very long time ago to be here now. And we can do it, okay? We can do it. And it's going to be absolutely awesome. So I have right beside me a gong, which I'm now going to just play for you and then bring through some final words from Tara. So, many blessings to all of you. Many blessings to you on your journey and in your search and finding of the Golden Tara. It's been really special and wonderful to speak to you all live today and see your comments. And I'm so excited about what's ahead for all of us, aren't you? So now, wherever you are in the world, whatever you are doing on this beautiful weekend, go well and many blessings. Thank you for joining me today. Here's a blessing. Ekelisa de san la colesa de coya. Ekisi di sene melogulista sana da rabada codasia. Nemela casa da rabada kisi mitstonna bada cazati samadi. A locoes la casa medesia casa. A casa de rabada colustia. Alla madesa la calesa de si. Aka. Aka.